Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Today we are going to study English with a short story, and the title of the story is She Sweeps the Floor. She sweeps the floor. First, listen to the audio.
She looks at the floor. There is hair on the floor. There are peanut shells on the floor. There are pennies on the floor. There are paper clips on the floor. She has a dirty floor. She grabs a broom. She grabs a dustpan. She sweeps the floor clean. She sweeps everything into the dustpan.
Now let us practice vocabulary. The first one, you read it as broom. Broom, and broom spells B-R-O-O-M, broom. And next one, clean. Clean, and clean spells C-L-E-A-N, clean. And next one, dirty. Dirty. Dirty spells D-I-R-T-Y. And then this T sounds like R because of R. So you say dirty instead of dirty. Dirty. And next one, dustpan. Dustpan. Dustpan spells D-U-S-T-P-A-N here, and you don't have to pronounce this, just say dustpan, dustpan. And next one, floor. Floor, and floor spells F-L-O-O-R, floor. And next one, grab. Grab, and grab spells G-R-A-B, grab. And next one, peanut. Peanut, and peanut spells P-E-A-N-U-T, peanut. And next one, penny. Penny. Penny spells P-E-N-N-Y, penny. And next one, shell. Shell. Shell spells S-H-E-L-L, shell. And the last one, sweep. Sweep. And sweep spells S-W-E-E-P, sweep. Broom, clean, dirty, dustpan, floor, grab, peanut, penny, shell, sweep. Now listen to the audio as you read along.
She looks at the floor. There is hair on the floor. There are peanut shells on the floor. There are pennies on the floor. There are paper clips on the floor. She has a dirty floor. She grabs a broom. She grabs a dustpan. She sweeps the floor clean. She sweeps everything into the dustpan.
Okay, let's read the story one more time. She looks at the floor. So she's third person singular. We have an S. And then look at. She looks at the floor. And hair is a non-countable, so we need to use I is. So there is hair on the floor. And peanut shells plural, so we need to use are. There are peanut shells on the floor. And then pennies is plural of penny, so plural there are. There are pennies on the floor. And paper clips as plural, so there are paper clips on the floor. And she has a dirty floor, so she's third person singular. You have an as, a has instead of have. And then she has a dirty floor, so she third person singular grabs a broom. She grabs a dustpan. She sweeps the floor clean, and she sweeps everything into the dustpan. She looks at the floor. There is hair on the floor. There are peanut shells on the floor. There are pennies on the floor. There are paper clips on the floor. She has a dirty floor. She grabs a broom. She grabs a dustpan. She sweeps the floor clean. She sweeps everything into the dustpan. Now let's practice past tense. Past of look is looked. It's regular. Looked. You say looked. She looked at the floor. There was. And then are, were, are, were. Again, are, were. Has is had. And then grab. It's regular. Grabed with an extra B. Grabbed. Grabbed. So don't pronounce this. Grabbed. And again, same grabbed. 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 And sweep, swept. Swept. Sweep, swept. And sweep, swept. Okay, let's read the story one more time. She looked at the floor. There was hair on the floor. There were peanut shells on the floor. There were pennies on the floor. There were paper clips on the floor. She had a dirty floor. She grabbed a broom. She grabbed a dustpan. She swept the floor clean. She swept everything into the dustpan. Now find the subject and the verbs. And she is the subject, and then looks is the verb. She looks at the floor. She looks at the floor. And then number 2, okay. The verb is, and then something is dirty. So the floor is dirty. The floor is dirty. And she is the subject. Grabs is the verb. A broom is going to be an object. She grabs a broom. She grabs a broom. And then she's the subject. Sweeps is the verb. She sweeps the floor. She sweeps the floor. And then finally, she's the subject. And then sweeps is the verb. Everything is the object. And into the dustpan is going to be an adverbial phrase. She sweeps everything into the dustpan. She sweeps everything into the dustpan. Okay, let me read the sentences one more time for you. She looks at the floor. The floor is dirty. She grabs a broom. As she sweeps the floor, she sweeps everything into the dustpan. Now listen and repeat what you hear.
She looks at the floor.
She looks at the floor. She looks at the floor.
The floor is dirty.
The floor is dirty. The floor is dirty.
She grabs a broom.
She grabs a broom. She grabs a broom.
She sweeps the floor.
She sweeps the floor. She sweeps the floor.
She sweeps everything into the dustpan.
She sweeps everything into the dustpan. She sweeps everything into the dustpan. Let's go back to the first sentence. She is third person singular, so we need an S, and read it together as looks at. Looks at. Looks at. She looks at the floor, and the floor is dirty. So D-I-R-T-Y, but after R, T sounds like R. So you read it as dirty, dirty. And she grabs a broom. She sweeps She sweeps the floor. She sweeps the floor. She sweeps everything into the dustpan. Again, when you pronounce this, do not pronounce T. Say dustpan, dustpan, dustpan. Okay, let's read the sentences one more time. She looks at the floor. The floor is dirty. She grabs a broom. She sweeps the floor. She sweeps everything into the dustpan. Okay, now listen to the audio just one more time.
She looks at the floor. There is hair on the floor. There are peanut shells on the floor. There are pennies on the floor. There are paper clips on the floor. She has a dirty floor. She grabs a broom. She grabs a dustpan. She sweeps the floor clean. She sweeps everything into the dustpan.
Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I'll come back to you with another story as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.